Akim, man. Barak Kol Akim, you know, of the elect. Shalom's Apostle Rakah. I'm here with Elder Ayat Thun.
Shalom.
Elder Ayat Bob, we're going live.
Shalom.
Shalom. Through the Spirit of the Lord, we might have some other elders joining us. Through the Spirit, the other elders were up at the camp earlier. Brothers had to work and we had to take care of business, so we wasn't able to make it up there. But through the Spirit, we're just not coming together, and the Spirit is, fired up in us, man. I wanted to make it to the camp, but I couldn't make it. So personally, I'm fired up. These brothers fired up, and we've been talking about stuff. So we got a little goodies, man. So we work out there, man, because we gotta put the work out. You know what I mean? So we here. We're gonna do this little video and try to edify brothers, man. But really, when we okay, can you hear me? Okay, cool, come. We're just doing a little sound check. Okay, come, beautiful. Alright, this is live, alright? Yeah, we're just making sure everything's together. We're just doing a little sound check. Alright, so basically, you brothers out there, if any brothers watching us, you could text, let us know, that everything is good. If you can hear us and everything's good through the Spirit of the Lord, man. But, we fired up. Like I said, because of work and stuff like that. But that's all right. That's another thing, man. This goddamn kingdom, man. Pretty much that's what we was talking about. It's like, we ain't really got no set title. The thing is that this place got to go. I mean, it never gets tired. This place got to go, man. Because that's what brothers want. You want to go out and do the work. You want to do certain things, but you can't do it because of other circumstances. Brothers got to work. Brothers got to take care of other business. So that's why Yahweh Shai got to come back and destroy this place. We hate this damn kingdom. These bodies, the older we get in this kingdom, these bodies are breaking down. You know what I mean? We got to deal with all the bullshit. We have to keep up the facade of dealing with the bullshit of this world. We have to be in Clark Kent mode, so to speak, all the time. Yeah. We got to keep up pretense. Even with your woman, man. Like, okay, even like you got a woman, brothers, we got women that we deal with, but even with that, you get tired, man. You get tired of shit, man. You dealing with your woman, now by rights, according to the scriptures, it's your God-given right as a man to have more than one woman. But you got your woman that you deal with, and we know what the scripture says. The Apostle Paul said, if you desire the office of a bishop, desire to have one wife. And it's true because we're so caught up into this truth most of your time. So it's like you really ain't got time to be having this woman and that woman and this woman and that woman, right? Because that'll pull you away from this truth. That'll pull you away from meditating upon the Most High, Yahweh, and teaching the Word, right? Because one woman takes up all your society. But if you feel like going to slide up in a little piece, that's your fucking right, your God-given right to do so. And your woman ain't got a damn thing to say about it. But these women are so tainted and so brainwashed by Esau. Everything go back to Esau, man. And these damn devils, they got some nerve to be angry and upset. Like right now, the racial tensions are high. You go on Facebook and YouTube and you see all these videos that people post up, these racist cops, they shooting niggas, beating niggas up. But now they're just beating up white. These so-called police are on a rampage. Yeah. Okay? But then Drake is tired too. Because you're seeing videos of Jakemites and knocking Edomites out. So the Lord is mustering the host of the battle. Should be coming, this is at the end, man. America's done. You can see it. For those of you who are still hoping in this place that it's going to be great, Trump said he's going to make America great again. Trump ain't nothing but a clown and an actor. Trump ain't nothing but a lousy B-movie crisis actor, man. And they put him in, that show you America's done. A couple of years, what they call it?
That show
Yeah.
What the fuck is the name of that shit?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was like a Shark Tank type of.
Yeah.
Almost.
He went from that to being president
of the United States.
Yeah.
So that job of being a president is a joke.
Well, look at Reagan. Reagan was a fucking actor.
A B movie actor.
Yeah, B movie actor. He became fucking president.
Yeah, Prince.
Schwarzenegger became fucking governor. I got something real quick. Just kind of set the tone. Shit. See you coughing. That's that shit they put in the air.
Yeah, we all sick.
Yep.
We all jacked. The chemtrails.
Yeah.
So everything goes back to Esau. That could be the title.
Yeah.
Everything goes back to the white man. Everything wrong in the world goes back to the white man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So this is Mark 13 and 20. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. He said, "But for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, hath shortened the days."
Mm-hmm.
So Lord's talking about not these times now, because if the Most High don't intervene, Esau is going to destroy all of us. Esau will destroy the whole fucking planet. Okay? Esau will destroy the whole planet with his
Himself.
weapons. Yeah, he'll destroy himself. He'll destroy the whole goddamn planet. Okay? Because they got the weapons and the technology now to do so. But Esau, he doesn't have the discipline, and he's by nature, he's just a destructive force. You know, that's why the Most High was given the blessing of the sword. Because his thing is just destroying. John 10 and 10. The thief coming out but to kill, to steal, and that's all he knows how to do. You know? So if the Most High don't shorten the days, ain't none of us gonna fucking survive.
Yeah, that's how I ask.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, man, breaking down each day, like you feel like you die. And then we try to train. Brother, some of us we go to the gym and work out, exercise, we take our herbs and supplements. We try to drink the green juices, but even that ain't gonna save us, man. If this place goes on, because even that's tainted.
Yeah.
The herbs we take are tainted. The air we breathe, you can take 1,000 herbs, but if you breathe it in poison, you can see it. Like outside of my truck earlier, I'm driving, and there's all kind of like green type of mist, like swamp mist. So think about it. That's in the air. When you drive in your truck, that's going all in your lungs. And man.
That's a power.
You're breathing into that shit. Breathing all that shit in.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead, bro.
Oh, you finishing that scripture?
Yeah.
All right, I got one quick one to back you up. It's Revelations chapter 11, verse 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged." Like what we're going into now, the time we're in now. All the nations are angry. There's wars, rumors of wars. Nation against nation. All right. It says, "And the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets." Yeah, because that's what we're fighting for, brothers. We're fighting for our reward is at hand soon, Lord willing, if we endure this thing. It says, and to the saints and to them that fear thy name. Which there goes the name again. It goes to prove that name is important. But this is the point why I went here. It says, "Small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." Going into Esau, the so-called white man. He's the one that has the waters polluted. He has plastics in the water. Fishes are beaching themselves, fish and whales, and they find them all kind of plastic bottles in their inside. That's why they die. You got different animals and insects becoming extinct, like bees.
Yeah.
You that means the planet is done.
Yeah.
Because bees have a very, very, very
important role.
Yeah, important role. And the scriptures refer to honey all the time. Honey.
And bees produce that.
Bees produce honey. So how important bees are. The Most High would always refer to the honey. The scriptures as honey. Bees are very important. And once the bees dies, there's no pollination.
Right.
Because the pollination is what helps the earth.
The bears were known to eat the honey. Why? The bears were known even eat. So you had bear and honey. They equate bears with honey. Why would the bears eat the honey? The bears would go that manuka honey and to a hill and what infirmities that they might have had.
Yeah.
The animals already know they're in their right order. But this devil, you didn't got everything screwed up.
Turned upside down.
Yeah, the scripture shows things turned upside down.
I get it.
Yeah. That's why it says in John 8:44, going back to Cain. Esau never That's why scripture said, "But the wicked are estranged from the womb."
Mhm.
They just don't have they have an unrighteous spirit.
That's right.
In them. So going all the way back to Cain, Cain did it opposite. Esau did opposite of what the Most High asked.
Yep.
You know.
Mhm.
So the Most High required a blood sacrifice. So what Cain did, Cain offered up fruit, crops.
Yeah.
You know, he offered up crops. Wicked. You go through Esau's. He has those statute books, the law books, right? When you go to the court, they you violated penal code such and such and this and that, and that whole big ass fucking book with all the fucking laws they got there. Now one of them laws are in accordance to the scriptures. Everything is opposite, contrary to the scriptures. You know.
Yeah.
So that's why in the Bible he's known as what, the devil.
Case in point, Esau sets up laws and it calls it bigamy or polygamy, whatever they want to call it. It's against the law for a man to have more than one wife. Right? They can lock you up if you marry a woman and you marry another woman. They can arrest you for that.
Yes.
But according to the scriptures, a man can have more than one wife.
That's right. There's laws on that. You know.
They pass laws. It's okay for you to be homosexual, a homosexual,
Yep.
or a lesbian,
Yeah.
Or a trans.
and adopt children and do all that, or trans.
Yes.
Your 6-year-old son or daughter can decide, I want to be a boy, no, I want to be a girl.
Change your gender. Yep.
You can change your gender.
Oh yeah. She's saying that she's pushing for this to be made legal. That you have to get your baby's permission before you change them.
Before you change.
Before you change them. Yeah. You know,
Like
it's
they
retarded.
Yeah, that's why I put it, man.
This place is
You
just.
gotta get a baby's permission.
It's
Now,
this
how in
place
the
is
world,
rights and
see,
worse
it's
and
more and more retarded.
Mhm.
How in the world, the baby can't communicate with you?
Right.
So basically, if the baby's on stage, I wanted to shit in my diaper and have a diaper with shit pouring in.
And the baby can't communicate. Yeah.
So what? Well, that's the
I'll
scripture.
show you how things
A
go.
woman will come up with
Deliver us, deliver us from wicked and unreasonable men.
That's right.
Now Esau is just a big bugged out demon. You so-called white people, but they're really doing it just to create. It's all about auto ad chaos.
Create.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because they don't allow that. Them elites, they don't allow that shit in their little circle. They don't allow women to run them.
no.
Or that's for what they call the goyim sheeple, regular people,
Mhm.
because just to keep them in a state of confusion,
Yep.
you know. So they don't know what the fuck is going on, and their mind is all occupied with this bullshit that's going on around,
Mhm.
you know. But them, they don't allow women to rule over them and all that. The shit that goes on in this normal society doesn't go on with them. That's for us.
You regular peons,
Regular
you
peons.
couple times y'all subscribe to and by way of the media, which is under the CFR, which is under the whole media network is controlled by the elites, the movies, the TV. You people are y'all just liable for death, and you're gonna die.
Mhm.
All you people, these people, they're gonna die. You walking. That's how they do the movie, The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Yep.
That movie is about you people. And a lot of y'all love that show, especially women. Oh yeah, that is my show, The Walking Dead. That show is about the average American.
Yeah. Yep. It's Isaiah 29:6 as the potter's clay. And like the apostle and the elder was going into, everything's turned upside down right now. Everything's backwards. And you can think Esau, the so-called white man, you know? That's why he has men acting like women acting like men, women ruling over men, you know? He has homosexuals, he has transgender, you know? You got now you got to have a gender-neutral bathroom, you know? All this bullshit, all this chaos.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
You see it too. Like even in New York, even here in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
You go to certain, it'll be you see the little boy's room, little girl's room.
Mm-hmm.
The gender,
Some restaurants now that they just got one bathroom
For
everybody uses shit.
yeah,
You know, everybody uses it.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yep, so yeah, you're right.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, but there's always that'll do it with the
fucking disgusting. Man.
confusion.
Yeah.
Women are nasty, man. That's any motherfucker that work in a club.
Well,
Yeah,
I did that for many years.
Or I ask any janitor, You know, you gotta clean, bathrooms or whatever.
Yeah.
What's the worst bathroom to clean is the women's.
That's right. And women will tell you that.
Always dirtier, man.
Your woman will tell you that.
That's
Your women are nasty. Like the elder said, I was a nightclub bouncer for many years in New York City and certain other places. And every so often we would have to go in the woman's bathroom to make sure shit wasn't going down. Because somebody was going to the bathroom that, a woman might be getting raped or, so it's our job in the club being security. And then, man, you would open that,
Yeah, all types of old period blood.
period. But them bitches come to the club on their period.
Yeah. And then them bitches be all, and they fucking miss the bowl, they pissing on the floor and shit.
Yep, nasty.
Just nasty.
Women
shit,
are nasty.
You know?
All that. You see what I'm saying?
Come. You got more?
No.
Okay. So this is our second Thessalonians 3, the points in 2, just to reiterate the scripture you quoted. It says, finally, brethren, pray for us that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified. All right? So in other words, that the word of the Most High go out there, go out there and be magnified and be glorified. We see that happen the more,
more and more every day. Like,
Yep. The more and more every day, the Most High, the word of the Lord is having free course, is going out there, So that's why from the apostles on down, we push, like example today, we didn't just sit on our ass and go see the Avengers or some shit. We got together and we doing a show because it's all about pushing the word out there, But the word is you can see the change happening. It's like an awakening, through Jake. Even if they don't know explicitly that they're Israelites, there's like an awakening where they're not taking Esau's shit no more. They're rising up against Esau, that spirit, like that majestic, fuck you, is wait ye till I rise up to the praise. And Most High slowly, he's rising, getting Jake ready for that race war, because it's going to come, because it's in the scriptures. It's going to come, there's going to be a race war.
I got that too.
Right.
After you.
All right, so, and then it says that the word of the Lord have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men.
Wow.
For all men have not faith. And he was predominantly talking about other niggas, other wicked Israelites, because they the main ones. Yeah, the Pharisees.
Right.
They the main ones that's that's stopping his word. Esau too, but he's doing that shit on the back end. Fucking around with the YouTube algorithms and that little faggot shit to try to stop the truth. And then you got agents he may hire, but then you got niggas, mainly niggas that go out there and make videos and sell out and just try to demonize us and create lies and this and that. So they're really talking about niggas.
Yeah, changing the doctrine, trying to twist the doctrine up.
Yeah.
Change it into a lie.
That's the main way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie?
A lie.
That's right.
And most of them niggas are hired by Esau,
Yep.
or they're hired by Satan.
Crisis actors.
Yeah, you got the crisis actors,
Yeah.
So, man, that's why the Spirit had Apostle Hart kind of made that decree to where, cut off, because there's a lot of agents out there. They gonna do some shit to try to demonize all sort of Hebrew Israelites. So we gotta kind of like separate ourselves, from other niggas and groups out there, because most of them motherfuckers are set up. A lot of them are set up.
And infiltrated already.
Yeah, and infiltrated.
That's right.
So it says that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men, for all men have not faith. And talking about Esau, Esau got plans to roll on us, okay? And even y'all that are set up, Esau's gonna roll on you too. You think got it made in the shade and things gonna be all gravy. I mean, Esau showed in all his fucking movies, man. When he's done with you, he's gonna throw you out. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna treat you nice. As long as he needs you, he's gonna treat you nice, send you some checks, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as he's done with you, there's no, what does he need you for? You're done. He's gonna toss you like with everybody else in the garbage can. So you're gonna be in the concentration camps too. You're gonna be forced to take the RFID microchip, all of that. You're not an exception because you sold out. All right. Yeah, so that's it. You got something else, brother? That you was holding on
Yeah,
to?
you speak for us.
Yeah. Yeah, so the men, and there's all types of shit. There's all type. Basically, the Most High is going to bring everything down at once. There's a scripture. I'm going to get it now, where the Most High described it as a swelling in a wall. Here it is. This is Isaiah 30 and 13, right? I'm going to start at 12. It says, "Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised his word," mainly talking to Jake, the 2/3, "because he despised his word and trusts in oppression and perverseness." Now, what's the oppression and perverseness? This kingdom, this society. This society is nothing but oppression. We was talking about, well, you brought it out, the apostles bringing out earlier, how pretty soon in these supermarkets, they're going to be charging you to park, right?
That's right.
You roll up in a supermarket, you're going to have to pay to park in a supermarket. Because they're going to try to oppress you and tax you any fucking way. They're probably going to start taxing you to take a shit.
As the scripture says, yeah, oh yeah, you're going to tax that.
Put a quarter in the flush the toilet.
Exactly. And they're only doing that by way of these, toilets, but hey, he said it. The bikes, they have the bikes. And they have them downtown Baltimore, city bikes.
Yeah, they got them in New
You're
York.
going to pay the quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, they got it right here in Connecticut. And you go there, you use a shopping cart, you got to put a quarter.
Oh, shopping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, at least that one, they give you the quarter back. That's so you can bring the shopping cart back and put in the thing and the quarter pops back
Jake
up.
used to steal the cart.
Yeah.
But then it's fucked up because then you got to do stuff because of niggas. But, you know.
This isn't a very oppressive society. You pay taxes every fucking way. You go out to buy something, you pay taxes. You fucking work your ass off, you gotta pay taxes. All right, on your fucking shit. Everywhere you go, you're oppressed. They set up your women to be against you.
That's right.
You know,
by way of the media, and by way of
the music and all that.
The music and the TV shows, the Atlanta Housewives, all that bullshit. So everything goes back to Esau.
Everything goes to Esau, man. You try to get a little pleasure, you know. Hey, you know, like you might go to buy yourself a nice little car that you like. At least get a little sun, you can kind of chill, you know, get a little relaxation or whatever. But even these fucking cars, the way they build them is so they last a couple years and the shit breaks down.
2-3 years.
And then it breaks down.
You got to do a new transmission in that. So everything goes back to Esau. I guess that's the thing. You devils, that's why the scripture said double unto him in Revelations 18th chapter. Double according to your works. Y'all gonna catch hell, man, in the world to come.
Correct.
There's a lot for you to be destroyed. And that's gonna come eventually down the line. Well, let's go into that.
Yeah, Isaiah 60.
Because right now, man, lately we just been thinking about you damn devils. Y'all gonna pay. When we get you in the kingdom and the Lord raise us up and put us in power, and when we get you in captivity, pursuant to Revelation the 13th chapter, y'all gonna be fucked up. As scripture says, he shall be in a pitiful case.
I got something to start it off.
Yes.
This is Isaiah 33. And let me see. Isaiah 33. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 15, but the point is a little bit down. It says, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hand from holding of bribes, that's us, right? It says, he that shaketh his hand from holding of bribes. You know how many times we've been offered to be interviewed by a certain. We had matter of fact, when we used to speak at Lansing Street.
Yeah, down there.
I went to
make a movie, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you was there. I don't know.
Well, we had the camp split up, but it was your particular camp.
Yeah, me and
yeah.
And it was a guy that produced Terminator, and he rolled up.
Michael Mann or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. All that, and we was like, nah, you know, we got dudes hit us up on the email that want to interview us, do shows. Nah, you know. They're gonna record you. They're gonna do what they did today. They're gonna record you. They're gonna do their little editing, this and that, and then they're gonna make you look like a demon. They're gonna flip everything that you say backwards.
Yeah, that dumb nigga. When you had that incident that went down in D.C., with them stupid little Edomite kids with the red act. Man, that's all the theater of war.
Yeah, MAGA.
And you had the cat act, the Native American elder playing the drum, and that was all set up. But then they had an Israelite group there I don't know who them guys are. They're not affiliated with us,
Yeah,
but they're Israelites.
God. Yeah, so,
And one dumb nigga, they got him, the passive Israelite guy. I was watching him the other, yeah. I mean, he was kind of coming through
yeah, he came through a little bit.
but it was that passive.
Yeah. Well, man, I feel he's kind of playing it cool, I guess. Or trying to play their game. But he kind of did his thing on, because they tried to demonize him, and he kind of, he threw it back on
He
him.
did, I give it to the brother.
Yeah.
He did his thing.
But he's not, if it was one of us, though, they would have been able to air that shit out.
No, they wouldn't be able to air it. But when I watched it, I did respect it at first. I said, the brother he came a little passive, but I guess you got to, like, he was trying to outsnake Esau.
Yeah, he's trying to,
But still be on point. And when we did ask him, well, do you think, he said, well, look, first of all, I don't know, hey. So the brother did come.
Yeah, he didn't, in other words, he didn't like, he didn't retract, or, you know what I'm saying, be like, okay, you're right, the brother was a little harsh or whatever. Nah, he stood up, but he did it like slick, you know what I'm saying, like how Esau would do it, kind of, he tried to do it on their terms, so to speak.
Yeah, because you damn devils, you're the Mac. That's what Scripture says, when he's speaking of a lie, he's speaking of his own. And Yahweh Shai was talking to the wicked ass Israelites when he said that, but he was referring back to Esau. So in retrospect, when you read John 8:44, it's dealing with Esau, really.
Yeah.
And that's the scripture when Yahweh Shai called somebody being the devil.
Kind. Yep.
Because you're the devil. That's why you gotta be taken down. You're gonna be taken down.
You're on your way down right now. And really, it said when Yahweh Shai was born, that was the end of the world. You had already lost the kingdom. When he went to the kingdom and Yahweh Shai denied him, you lost right there, because Yahweh Shai has men that have that same mindset. Because in order for you to succeed, well, number one, the Most High set challenges for you. You got to go to the bottom of the ocean. You got to reach the heavens, right?
Search out all the heavens.
Search out all the heavens, which is fucking impossible to do.
You haven't even searched out all the earth yet.
Yeah, you haven't searched out the earth. You can't even hit the bottom of the ocean. You haven't found Leviathan yet.
That's right.
All right, so.
And other creatures that are out there.
Other creatures that are out there.
Yep.
Okay, then another thing what you're trying to do is you're trying to turn all of Israel against the Most High so you can just wipe everybody. The Lord said he has reserved a number of men, 7,000 men that have not bowed down. So you will never accomplish your mission. You've already been defeated. It's already written. And Lord willing, tonight we're going to read your future, how it's going to go down for you.
Yeah, say like Mr. Smith to Esau. You hear that? That's the sound of inevitability.
Inevitability. Yeah, that train, that's the missiles.
Yeah, the missile.
It's going down, baby.
Yeah, I got something after you.
All right, come. It says, he that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, all right, that shaketh.
That part again, Baba Gushad, you can go up a line.
It says, come to pass. Right? Pursuing the Amos, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. No, man, later that shit, you talk about, we don't continue to do what the fuck.
And that's why we've been quoting that scripture a lot lately, because that's the wicked ass niggas out there. That's why I said y'all gonna die. Because you niggas are gone. That's why the scripture say what it say.
The scripture say, the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. To you niggas, man. Mainly to 2/3 of our wicked people, man.
That's called an ambush, man. You don't ambush
Kamikaze attack.
You know what's worse than not knowing like something is coming? Is not believing something is coming when people told it to you. Then when it happens, you're gonna feel all fucked up like, damn, I should have looked, but it's gonna be too late.
That's why I said some shall everlasting shame.
Yep.
You're gonna feel all kind of hella fucked up.
All kinds of fucked upness.
Yeah.
It says, the sinners in Zion are afraid. Shall dwell with everlasting burnings. Because when the missiles hits, you ain't gonna survive that shit. All right. It says, he that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding up bribes, right? Because we ain't selling out or taking on bribes.
Yeah, when you shake your hand to those that hold bribes, you curse them out. You accusing them and you curse them out. And you tell them the Lord's going to destroy them.
Hey man, we here, man, we gotta get out of here. These bodies are beat down. brothers is working, we tired, but we fighting. Yeah, we sleepy, we groggy, because we've been running around, brother, all that. But we still fighting to put this video out.
We were saying that, man, we was talking about it earlier.
Yeah,
How
man.
these the 2/3 out here, because we go into the women and how they try to overtake you, this and that. But our thing is, man,
Yeah.
we're gonna keep fuck that. We gonna fight. You got the niggas out there 2/3. They wave the white flag.
Oh yeah, they gave up.
Fuck it. That's who said that? That's what the little miss wants, or what? that attitude. What the little missy wants. Because these niggas gave up the fight.
That's right.
Well, the spirit of Most High is working with us. Lord willing, keep on us. Fuck that shit, man. We don't keep fighting, even if
Even if it means death.
it means death, and we gotta wake up and kill and beat down or whatever. Fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck that
That's
shit,
right.
man. Yeah, fuck that.
Well, the scripture says that. Strive for the truth until death.
That's death. Come. And speaketh uprightly. He that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil, right? He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munition of rocks. That's Yahweh Shal Shai, the angels, yep. Chariots, protecting us. It says bread shall be given him, right? Now the bread, and it says bread shall be given him, his water shall be sure. So that means our retirement fund is straight. So we're good. And when the bread and the water also represents knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
That's right. Because that's why I said this water, living water, should be a spring, leading up into everlasting life.
Right.
And that's what it means.
Man should not live on bread alone.
Yeah.
And
every word.
Yep. And that also like we said, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because when this shit hell breaks loose, these motherfuckers gonna be bugging them F out. There's gonna be a lot of suicides. Yep, suicides. You're gonna have Edomites killing off the whole fucking family. That's what they do. If the stock market crash, they'll kill a wife, kill the children, and they'll kill themselves.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of suicides.
All right? You niggas, you non-believers, you gonna realize, all Israel gonna realize that this Edomite is the devil. Okay? He gonna really.
Yeah.
He's gonna show you.
Yeah.
But they already are.
Yeah.
Y'all be on Facebook.
They're gonna really.
Y'all see all the posts on YouTube. These cops, they're on a rampage.
Oh yeah.
But they still, man, these niggas are so blind.
Yeah.
They still, okay, those are just the bad apples. They're all fucking bad apples. All Edomites are bad apples. It's not one good.
Yeah.
Now,
like you quoted, they are estranged from the womb.
They are estranged from the womb, right? So it says, his water shall be sure. It says, let thine eyes shall see the king in his beauty, King David, all right, which is King Masha, right?
Now, if you don't accept that, then you know the bird ain't working.
Those who have ears,
to hear,
let them hear.
Yep.
I mean, my thing is, brothers, I never met him, so
Right.
they kind of got to go off of what. So the scripture, there's those who have ears, let them hear.
Yeah.
My thing is,
Faith thing.
yeah, me, I met King Masha once, but the scripture say 2 or 3 gather in my name, I am amongst them. So if I hear 2 or 3 apostles, elders that I know that are solid, they say something, then I know it's facts.
But the elder
think
got a chance to actually meet.
I did. I met
King Masha.
King Masha. I did.
Yeah,
I met him that day.
proper accolades.
Yeah, I was blessed enough too.
God.
Yeah, we actually ate with him, man. One
God.
time we was blessed enough to have a meal with
Breaking bread.
God.
the
Yeah,
king.
and yeah,
But all you guys that swore and give the Most High gonna hold you to that, and you're gonna be destroyed. All you guys that pledged that King Marshall was King David back in 1 West 30 years ago, or 25 years ago, or 40 years ago, when you're gonna pledge, that's something serious. And then when you denounce that and go against that, then death to you, man.
Yeah. Well, they vowed the vow.
The vow.
Like the Lord said it.
Yeah.
If you vow a vow, you got to fulfill that.
You're supposed to stick to that vow.
Yeah.
yeah.
You see?
That's why I got those men. I know who those men are.
Who was that? That's why. Who was that made a vow to the Most High? he made a. That's why the scripture say you don't swear. You know,
Swear not at all.
swear not at all because you can't. You don't control. Most High control things. Now,
That's right.
so you can't say I swear on my mother's life or whatever.
Right.
Because I forgot who there was I forgot who did that. They swore on their daughter, and the daughter. No, he said the first person that walked through the door, put him to death, and then it was because of the oath to the Most High, and it was his daughter. I believe it was.
So he had to.
Yeah, it was his daughter. You know?
Yeah.
But you don't have no power over life and death, so you're not supposed to swear. Like I swear my, you know,
Yeah. You
I
know,
swear
Jake,
my son.
But you got to, we don't control nothing.
Jake in the world love to do that.
The
Yeah.
scripture says, I swear on my mom's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't control nothing, man.
Yeah. The scriptures say, let your yeas be yea and your nays be nay. Anything else other than that, you know,
It's
it's
wicked.
Wickedness.
evil. Yeah. It's wicked.
yeah, yep. Like maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we always say Abba Rakazak.
Or will.
Father will.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that because you have no power over that, man.
Like the man that built his barn, said, I will build, tear
Yeah.
down my barns and build bigger barns.
God.
You know, and the scriptures say,
Thou fool.
thou fool, thou don't even know.
This
Tonight,
day
the Lord will take your life.
Requires your
Yeah.
soul.
Take your spirit. Yeah.
Yeah.
and it can happen. I know.
Yeah.
I know the man. I know a person that just recently passed away, and in his mind, he just passed away like last month, and he had plans of. In his mind, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be doing, and then
Yeah.
he's in the spirit world now.
Yep.
That fast. Okay, a so-called friend of mine's in the world went home and went to sleep and just didn't wake up.
God.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. So it says Isaiah 33:17. It says, "Thine eyes shall see the."
Because right now, that's our hope, man. That's our hope right now. Our hope and our prayers every day is that the Lord come back. You know.
God.
That's why He says, read that part again.
It says, "Thine eyes shall see the King in his beauty."
In His beauty and His glory, man. Because when He comes back this time, He's not coming back like He came 2,000 years ago. He's coming. He's not coming back as a lamb. He's coming back as a lion, and He's coming back in glory. You know.
Yeah, and we in that
And
time.
in power.
As a conqueror.
Yeah.
He come back as a
As a
conqueror
power.
gladiator. Yep.
As a power, as a God.
Yeah, man. As a force.
Mm-hmm.
As what they say, as an immovable force,
Yep.
Yeah.
God.
and a hurricane,
Yeah.
but 1,000 times that.
God. He controls hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Thine eyes shall see the King in his beauty. They shall behold the land that is very far off." Like we're talking about the chariots.
Yeah. Yeah.
They shall behold the land that is very far off. Here's a point. It says that,
And Cherry's gonna bring us eventually back to our land. You know?
God, which is Israel,
Israel.
land of
Yeah.
Israel, which is going to be destroyed, you know,
Yeah,
by fire, so it could to be cleansed,
But it's gonna be built back up.
Yep.
Yep.
built back up. That's what the scriptures mean when it says the land that is brought back from the sword. It's talking about the land of Israel. All right. It says, verse 18. It says, "Thine heart shall meditate terror." All right. So going to what was talking about earlier with Esau. Esau is gonna have. He's got a lot of hell to look forward to in his next kingdom, and the shit that we're gonna do in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna put hell on Esau.
Some hard hitting pipe.
Yeah.
Welding
Yeah, yeah, man.
like
What the scripture says, thy heart shall meditate upon terrors.
God.
So, we got plenty of time
Yeah.
now to
Yeah.
meditate. You crackers, man.
Got 1,000
Y'all
years.
think they're gonna get away with this shit? All this wickedness, the elites, they're not getting away. Nobody gets away.
No.
Because the Bible says the Lord is just and long suffering.
Yep. He
Yeah,
that
man.
leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Feeding us GMO foods, right? Fucking giving our children vaccines. They grow retarded and shit. We're not wired right in the head, you know?
Yeah. Giving all kind of medications and prescriptions. You know, got our people all bugged out, all strung out on your prescription drugs.
Opioids.
Opioid,
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
So in the kingdom of heaven, man, we're gonna fuck you up. All right? We're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna work day and night. The only time you're not gonna work is the Sabbath, you know, because we're gonna follow the laws of the Most High, you know. Well, the whole earth is gonna have to follow the laws of the Most High, is they're going to be following our standard, which is these scriptures.
The scriptures.
And the Most High is going to give us a power that if you don't, like now Esau will put tariffs on a country.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to play nice with us, they put a tariff.
Yeah.
A tariff, or what they call that shit? Or sanctions.
Yeah, sanctions.
They put sanctions that you can't import it, you can't make no money. That meaning what, you can't eat.
Yep.
So the scripture's saying the kingdom of heaven, the Most High will give us that power where we can stop the rain so that your ass can't eat.
That's right.
You know?
Grow in your land. Yeah, no food to grow in your
Mhm.
land, no blessings.
Come. And the Most High, Esau, the Most High is going to give us the freedom to do whatever the fuck we feel pleased, just like he did with us. Raped our women.
That's right.
Take away split up our families and send our son this way or daughter that way.
Yep.
Split. We'll do the same shit to you, man. We're going to have slave breedings, have breeding, split up the families.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Everything you did to us, the scripture said we're going to do
Eye
double.
for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Come.
The scriptures speak about just weights and measures. The Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, powers of justice and equity, man. Balance.
Balance, yeah.
Yeah, man.
You have a term you call karma. That's karma. You haven't paid for all the shit that you've done yet.
Galatians 6 and 7.
Let it take care. Where is a scribe? Where is
And
a
that starts
receiver?
like even now.
Mm-hmm.
Because we see all the wickedness that we're going through. So we're going to meditate on different ways to fuck you Edomites up, man.
Yup. I'm going to read the next verse too. It's bad. It says, where is a scribe? Where is a receiver? Where is he that counted the towers? Thou shalt not see a fierce people, a people of a deeper speech that thou canst perceive, of a stammering tongue that thou canst not understand.
Whoa.
So you motherfuckers ain't gonna be around no more. You Edomites. Because you're that fierce people that came with the stammering tongue and the
Lips
that we couldn't perceive.
we couldn't understand. Yeah.
That we couldn't understand. So in the kingdom of heaven, you're not gonna be around. All right. In other words, you know how out here they got the ghettos.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, they keep Jake out. You go to Esau,
Keep Jake
far out.
Yeah.
You go to
like the outer
Esau
court, like
in the outer court.
The outer court. Yeah.
Come on. If you go to Esau's neighborhoods, the lavish neighborhoods, like you go to North, like Stanford, and
Wow.
you don't see no Jakes around.
Greenwich, man.
Come on. They don't have no street names.
Crazy,
They don't have
huh?
no street lights.
Yeah.
You don't see no Jakes around. Okay? You would think that it's just an earth full of crackers, no niggas. Now it's gonna be in the kingdom of heaven where you motherfuckers ain't gonna be around. You're gonna be somewhere hidden working.
You're gonna be off in the corner.
Off in the corner.
Yep.
So it says, thou shalt not see a fierce people, a people of a deeper speech than thou canst perceive, of a stammering tongue that thou cannot understand. Let me see. That's it. That's it, brother.
I got a quick one.
Come on.
It's Isaiah 33 and verse 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled.
Who's that talking about? Yeah.
That's talking about
So
Esau.
far, white man.
Yep.
Yeah. Because Esau, he spoiled the whole earth. He has control of the whole earth. Pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yeah.
It was given to you by the Most High for a period of time, all right, to rule, all right. That goes into your blessing, about the blessing of
That's
the
right.
sword, that everything that you would get by the sword. You would get by, killing,
Yeah.
robbery and murder.
Because you everything that you got, you spoiled it. You stole it.
Stole it.
You stole
You
it.
killed for it.
You
Yeah.
killed for it.
Yeah.
And there's no history in time where because you come from the fucking Caucasus Mountains, all right. You came from the Caucasus nation, You went all across the globe even to this day. The scriptures say he that smote nations with.
Oh, I had that next.
Oh, yeah?
Isaiah 14.
With a continual wrath.
Isaiah
Come on.
14. Yep.
You brought hell upon the whole fucking earth. Like we said a minute ago. You're gonna tell that they
Fly zones.
no fly zones.
Or they
Okay.
they just put a tariff on China today.
Oh, see, look at that.
So I think they put it. I think it's 25%
Mm.
on all goods and services coming from China into the U.S. And basically on the news they said real soon that could force up to 1 million American jobs being lost, man.
Shit's gonna get real, and it's gonna happen overnight like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Jake, man, they not here preparing for shit. I don't know what the hell's going on. And you know, Jake is late to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to the last fucking minute.
Yeah.
You know?
Jake is lazy.
Yeah, lazy.
You know?
Even for like you go to Black Friday, it'd be the Edomites that be in the first in line because they'll get up all. Jake will be there all late, and you know what? Hopefully the shit will still be there. You know, Jake just do everything late, so you know they're not out there preparing. You know, for what's to come. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So it says, "Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled." You know, and it says, "And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee." You know, that's how Esau's mode of operation, or modus operandi in the Latin. You know, they deal treacherously. They don't come to you straight up. You know, how did they come to the Gad? You know, the so-called Native American Indians. They came with treachery. They came like they were their friend. You know, and then they stabbed them in the back. You know, and the whole time they were plotting to take what they had. So it says, "And they dealt not treacherously with thee." It says, "When thou shalt cease to spoil," because right now the elites of Esau, they're about to cease to spoil because they think they have everything on lock. They think they have their new world orders set up, you know, ready to roll. So it says, "When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled." All right. So that's when the trick bag, the Most High is going to put the trick bag on you elites. It says, "And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee." You know?
Yeah. They're gonna spoil. They're gonna shoot them missiles.
Missiles. That's all these other nations too.
Huh.
You know, like you got Iran. You know, Russia, China. All of that is being orchestrated by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know, to fulfill biblical prophecy.
Yeah, because that's in Obadiah. That's in Obadiah.
All the men.
Yep, the Confederacy.
Yeah.
I got it here. I'm just looking for the verse. Oh, right here, verse. I'll start at 6 and 7. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?"
Yeah.
Right? We now living now what they call the information age.
Yeah.
The information age. So all of Esau's secrets is out there now. You know?
Yeah.
Because you type that shit online, and it's accessible to the whole entire world. You know? So you got people out there, whistleblowers, and people out there that got secret information and knowledge. They throw it out there on the internet, and they try to hide it, but the Spirit of the Lord makes it somehow to where it comes out and is being revealed. You know.
Yeah, but the main way in the internet is the Apostle Tahar on down. You know, the apostles a great millstone, because who did the Most High give the knowledge to? He gave it to his elect men to bring out all the dirt. You know, that's why people hate us. That's why people don't like us. That's why we're not on the mainstream media. That's why they're trying to shut down Brother's channel. You know, that's why they try to make a requirement that you got to have over 1,000 subscribers. You know, to go live. All right, why? Because they're trying to stop this truth.
That's right.
Yep.
Good.
It says it will be stopped.
Yeah.
It's already too late. It's the Trojan horse is already behind the walls. You know,
That's right.
this word is already done what the Most High wanted it to do.
It was that scripture where Yahweh Shai, when he was killing people, and it said he went into a house and hid, but he could not be hid.
But he could not be hidden.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah.
no matter what, the truth is out. That's why you got their mama now want to wake up and be prophets and teach us this Israelite thing is out and open now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a ball, you know. A ball in the water, you try to submerge it and hold it down, but it's gonna eventually pop back up. And the more you try to suppress it, the higher it's gonna pop. Yeah, higher, stronger it pops back. So it says, "How are the things that Esau searched out? How is his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy," meaning they were confederate with you, right? NATO and your allies. "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border." All right, the men.
Yeah, to the brink of water. You know, to the brink of water, to the border. You know, brought you right. The border is like a edge. You know, they brought you right to the edge of war. You know, every day you hear in the news. You know, another another country is testing missiles. You know, testing.
For you to go against you.
To go against you.
Yeah. You're the bully, the bully on the block. Okay, is you. It says the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Right, so the devil got deceived. Have deceived thee, okay, and prevailed against thee.
Bread, you know that their money, they had trade deals with them. They use their technology, and they use all of that stuff to build weapons to fire against you.
Yeah, and then they got a lot of countries. They got Russia backing them up, right? Which Russia another bunch of devils, right? But they gonna flip the script on you. They gonna flip the script on you, you know.
And Iran, all the last few weeks, you've been hearing about Iran in the news, in the news heavy, which is biblical prophecy pursuant to Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Once because America is gonna try to go and fight a war with Iran. But when they do that, that's when all hell's gonna break loose, and then it goes into Gog and Magog, which is Russia, how they're gonna be a guard unto them, they're gonna be a guard unto Iran.
Okay. Yeah, the only reason it hasn't happened yet because of Most High.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna set
that's
World War III up.
That's right.
Yeah, once that happens, then
yeah.
America's out of here.
That's right. Which is already
We're
is.
closer, but
Right.
I believe
We're
we're
close.
closer. They
It's just the Most High stopping it. It's like right there, the Most High.
there,
You know?
Just keeping the tensions there. Yeah.
The racial tensions, the political, this
Global
thing with
tension.
Trump is building up more and more. People are pissed. I'm in the gym, my regular so-called gym I go to, you got Jake in there. Yeah, Trump, we get him out of office. It's Jacobs, come on. We gotta impeach him, we gotta get him out of there. That's all bullshit.
They just go with the
It's all
bandwagon.
smoke and mirrors, man.
They don't even know why. Because Jake ain't into politics. They don't know nothing about politics and shit, But once they hear some rapper talk about Trump, then fuck. If the rapper starts saying that Trump is the best, the niggas be like, keep Trump in office.
Like Nipsey Hussle, and that's another distraction thing.
Yeah.
They had made him into a
Into a
Trump.
god.
He's the new Tupac.
He's a new
What the
deity.
fuck, man?
Yeah, he's a new deity. Man.
Niggas retarded.
They work. Yeah, they
He's a
work.
savior.
Yeah.
And these niggas, they don't know shit about Nipsey Hussle before then. I never heard no niggas talking about Nipsey.
No,
Me neither.
He was like infamous.
He's a made up character.
No. I mean, he was around, but I seen him before, but he wasn't no.
Well, not like now.
He wasn't no big. No, people
Yeah.
wasn't. Jake wasn't checking for him like that, unless he was on the West Coast like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wasn't checking for. He wasn't mainstream.
Now that he's
Like
dead,
that.
like everybody jump on the bandwagon.
And he was a sacrificial lamb.
Of course.
He had to be because he's a soldier, so-called savior. And the way that the way that whole shit went down.
Yeah, because he was helping Jake out, giving Jake jobs
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. He was into that health kick.
With Dr. Sebi,
Dr. Sebi. Yeah.
whatever the fuck. Yeah. So it says on verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with
Them
thee.
other nations, man.
Mm-hmm.
Them other nations, they playing you.
Yep.
Yeah.
They playing Esau, man. They say they get their money and get back to their own country and take the money they made from Esau and bring it back so they can build up their economies, man.
And build up their arsenals too.
That's right.
Their military, build up their nuclear missile capability. Now Russia and China have the top nuclear missile technology, man.
Mm-hmm.
They have the hypersonic missile,
Hypersonic
nuclear missile, man.
That means it's faster than sound.
Yeah, they took all that money America was giving them for agriculture, and they was giving them for this and that, medical and all that, and they took all that money and they built weapons. They built weapon systems.
That's in the scriptures too.
Mm-hmm.
That Russia, they're gonna take that money and put all that money into
Joel.
weapon. I don't know. It was a while, 7-10 years ago. Article I came across, and they were talking about Russia, how the soldiers are like they're going hungry, a little hungry. They're going hungry because Russia's taking all the money that it's getting and putting into military, And they're always having those what do you call them shits? when they had the false flag, the drills for
Yeah, the drills. Yeah.
the drills. They always had World War III drills.
Yep.
You know, having the airplanes fly.
Mhm.
A lot of times they've seen airplanes fly over close to American territory. Like, yo, your motherfuckers got to turn around.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, like they call it war games.
Yeah, war game.
You know, like fuck with each other and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Russia's ready, man. You ever seen them motherfuckers training? Them Spetsnaz over there? Man, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and type in the Spetsnaz.
Soldiers. Yeah.
The soldiers.
That's right, that's right.
Them motherfuckers will.
They're above the minimum wage.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. They'll eat American
Yeah,
soldiers.
and like I said, we're tired. Yeah, man, we here, we tired, we're fatigued. And I'm tired. I'm
Yeah,
fatigued.
y'all beat the fuck down,
We
man.
beat down, man, but through the spirit, that's why we pray to the Lord. We still fighting to get through this.
Yeah, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said in
Canada?
no, not Predator. What's the other one? With he dropped a dude off the cliff. I had to let him go.
Oh, Commando.
Commando. Hey, them Spetsnaz. When they see the green beret, they be like, I bleed, but it ain't from breakfast.
Yeah.
With the training and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Backflip and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And with
Training bitter cold.
they drink all types of
Navy SEAL.
yeah. And then part of the training to make them fucking just totally ruthless is when they started training, they'll give them a puppy. You know, they feed the puppy, walk in, all that. And then when the training is done, the puppy's like a dog, and they gotta kill their fucking dog. You know, just to prove like their ruthlessness.
They put that in that movie. What's that movie? The what? What's the one with the London Secret Service dude?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I don't remember the name.
What they took that. And he had to do that. He had to kill the puppy too.
Yeah. They don't give a fuck, man. All right, you got the hired soldiers, the Gurkha troops. Yeah. So I'm finished. It says you have deceived and prevailed. You read that you're gonna be spoiled. So Most High is gonna give the other nations. He's gonna give them the upper hand. Okay. It says and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, those you pay off. You know. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. Okay? There is none understanding in him. Okay, then read the whole chapter Obadiah, it goes on. The Most High is gonna take away the wisdom, you know, the think tanks and them scientists that they got. The Most High is going to withdraw their wisdom from them.
Or even worse, or even deeper, not saying worse, even deeper, because this is going to the wise men of Edom, which are the so-called Illuminati, the elites, you know, starting with the Rothschilds on down.
Yeah.
And they deal directly with witches, you know, the Council of 13, you know, they deal directly with demons.
Right.
So the demons are going to start deceiving the elites.
Mm-hmm.
The demons on the left-hand side, they're going to be saying, oh, you're going to prevail, you're going to win, you know.
Yeah, lying spirit.
You know, lying spirits, yeah.
Because Most High will do that. Most High will send lying spirits to them. And to deceive them. The scriptures say what the deceiver and the deceiver are his.
Yeah.
You know? So them demons, they work for the Most High too.
Yeah. Hey, because the demons on the left-hand side, they've been telling, you know, the least of East, tell them what to do, you know, to fulfill prophecy, you know. That's how I wanted them to do this.
That was the main point in Obadiah.
Okay.
I don't know if you got something else.
Let's see what else.
If you had something else on deck. While you're looking for that, I'll read this. 1 Kings 22:18.
That's right.
It says, and the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil? And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him, on his right hand and on his left. Right? So you got the righteous angels and the wicked angels, right? And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? Right? Because the Most High's plan was to do him off.
Yeah, you got a council.
Right? And it says, he had a count. He was going to go into it. And one said on this manner, yeah, like you said, he had a council, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even the Most High holds councils,
Yep.
you know? Not that he needs it, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, to, I guess, entertain himself, the Most High, you know, is peculiar.
Yeah, nothing but time.
Come. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? Okay? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. So they were discussing like different ways to do it. You know,
yeah, they was pitching to the Most High.
yeah, it was pitching ideas
Yeah.
to the Most High how to deceive him.
Yeah.
And there
There
came
was a spirit on the left hand.
persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? Like, you know, all right, what's your plan?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I will go forth and I will be a lying spirit.
A lying spirit. Right?
Yep.
So
And,
that's how you know what side he came from. That angel came from.
Yep. And it says, and I will go forth and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. So, boom, what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The
Yeah.
wise men.
Yeah.
That's his prophets on the left hand side. The good monthly the monthly
Procrastinate.
no, not procrastinate.
Prognosticators. No,
Prognosticators, right?
prognosticators. Yeah.
In other words, it's witches, like the elder said, right? So them demons, they go to them witches and they'll lie to them. You know, do this, do that. Yeah, you guys are gonna be good. You'll prevail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, "Thou shalt persuade him." Right. So he said, "All right, you do it, and prevail also." Okay, because the Most High is gonna work on the mind and the Edomites to accept what these motherfuckers, the demon is telling them.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt persuade him, prevail also. Go forth and do so. Therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. Okay?
Yep.
So the Most High is going to put a lying spirit in them, send a lying spirit to these Esau's, his wise men, yeah, his witches and all his wise men,
all his counsel, yeah.
to all his counsel, to where he's going to give them, he's going to lie to them, and he's going to give them a deceiving counsel,
Yeah.
false hopes and all that.
False hopes, yeah.
Come. So the Most High control that. The Most High controls the battles.
Mm-hmm.
Every battle that was won or lost, the Most High sanctioned it,
Yep.
controlled it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole reason why the Most High gave Esau the Most High's whipping stick.
Yep.
The whole reason the Most High raised up Esau was to punish Israel and also to punish other nations too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's why Scripture say, well, he that smote the nations with a continual stroke.
Yeah.
Because the Most High set Esau to put hell just on the globe. And the way the Most High did that is he gave him the power of he gave him the wisdom, the wise men, so that he could create the weapons, create laws, statutes. Yo, them laws that they passed, them statute books, man, it's all a big fucking trap. It's all a trap. They all kind of, it's a spy.
That's crazy, man.
It's
Like you ever like hear say if you rob a bank or whatever, or you do whatever, right?
Mhm.
You ever hear all the charges
They
they
go
say?
on.
Like a lot of the charges, it'd be like the same thing. It'd be like same thing, but in a different way, and they make it like another charge. Like it's like you said, it's like a.
They'll throw mad charges, like you said, the same thing but different ways,
Mhm.
and they'll say, yeah, one of these will stick, you know, because you know it's a trap, and then
Mhm.
these it's just thing they do. Everything they do is with numerology, you know,
Yeah.
numerology and a certain time of day and this and that.
Mhm.
I mean that all takes like what they call that. That takes what they call that intervention.
That's right.
Divine.
That takes some divine intervention
Yeah.
to come up with all that shit, you know. So they get that divine intervention from the left side of the Most High,
Yeah.
you know, because the way they got this system locked the fuck down, to where, I mean, no, the Most High had to give them the blueprint of how to set this shit up, you know.
Yeah.
So so the Most High is gonna also take them out,
Mhm.
you know. But that's the whole reason why the Most High gave them that blessing of the sword, so they could prevail in conquering Israel and conquering these other nations and continue to put hell on them.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. His whole, that was his blessing too, man, so he could gain control of the whole world. You know, because he has, Esau's blessing is this world, you know? pursuing to the blessing with Jacob and Esau, because he said, I made, the angel told him, Isaac told him, I made him thy Lord, because the blessing of the kingdom goes to Jacob, to Israel, so Esau's time is here right now. You have more on that or no?
No, that's it. That's it.
We can read it. I got a couple of verses we can read here, and it goes into it.
All right. It all goes back to Esau.
It all goes back to Esau. Yep. So it's Isaiah 14:4 says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? And that's what we're waiting for, man. We're waiting for our oppressor to cease, man, to be taken out. The golden cities represent, starting with Babylon the Great, which is America. Once this place goes down, then all the other dominoes will fall, fall right with it.
Yeah, golden cities, all the damn money that's made it. Because America, it's not glorious, but they got money. They got milled down to Babylon, which is gold.
The head of gold, yeah.
Yep. And then it went down to America, which is the miry clay.
Yeah. The 10 toes.
The 10 toes mixed with the miry
clay,
which is
part iron mixed with part iron, part clay.
Part clay. Now iron is cheap. It's very cheap. Nothing splendid about it. They make bed frames and shit. But it's plenteous, so it's not a rare metal. There's nothing glorious about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That represented the Roman Empire, because
Mm-hmm.
the Roman Empire wasn't as splendid as, say, the Babylonian or the Medial was more powerful.
Powerful.
Yeah.
So America's that golden city because this is where all the money is made here in America, and this is where everybody wants to come.
Yeah. Like it says in Revelation 18, said they had all the, frankincense, gold, souls of men and slaves. This is the place.
Yeah. This is where Hollywood is.
This is the place.
In America.
Yeah. That's how Babylon is talking about America, man. This is once this place is destroyed, and the further proof of it is, they push the lesbian, transgender, homosexual agenda. It starts from here, and then it spreads throughout the world like a cancer,
Yeah.
But it's promoted here. It's promoted here through all these TV shows, these commercials. Now you can't even see a commercial without it being like this.
It just,
You gotta get out of here.
Yeah, your job.
Yeah.
There's gonna be quotas now. You know how we got quotas? We gotta put a Jake in there.
No, you gotta put it. Transgender.
Yeah, you gotta have transgenders and homosexuals and all that. Yeah, shit's just getting crazy, man.
Yeah. So it says, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, have broken the staff of the wicked. And that's the time we're approaching now. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is about to break the power or the rulership, or the staff. Like a king holds the staff, it's called a scepter. He's about to break his rulership. It says, and the scepter of the rulers. Because Esau wants to push his new world order. He wants to set up a new world order where he wants to enslave the children of Israel hardcore again.
The Lord said, what affliction shall not rise up a second time. Because Esau wants to bring back, the slave days, slavery. That's what the New World Order is all about. Back in slavery.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
They even brought it out in that movie Elysium.
Yeah, that's right. That movie came out a few years ago.
Yeah, a few years back. It had Matt Damon in it. If brothers didn't see it, I suggest you watch it. Basically, Esau had a planet. Well, I think it was the moon or whatever, where they lived. It was like Greenwich, Connecticut, but the whole planet was like that. And they had cures for every disease and everything. It was no Jakes on that planet. All the Jakes was on Earth, and working in the corporations and basically in slavery. So they're showing you.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah. It was up in outer space.
It was in outer space.
Yeah, and the Earth was a
So the
slave
people
colony.
left down there, dropped dead basically.
Yeah, it was a slave
And they were
colony.
feeding the people with chemtrails that was stuck on the earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you watch that movie Gladiator, You know, Elysium was a place that the Romans considered like heaven. That was their version of heaven. You know, the Roman Empire. Remember, Maximus said he said when they was riding into that battle, he said if you find the fields to your back or something, he said something. You're in the fields of Elysium. You know, so that was their version of Kingdom of Heaven. So basically, in that movie, the people that wrote that movie saying their version, they're really far away from Jake living it up.
Well, that's the New World.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to all the way back to Christopher Columbus, Christopher Colon, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They've been trying to set up the New World Order since back then.
Yeah.
You know, and that was what it was, to go around, because they knew where the Israelites were. So go around to the so-called known world, conquer all the Israelites,
Take all the resources.
put them under their feet. Mm-hmm. So they've been trying to set up this New World Order for a long time.
Conquered it. Yep.
A long time.
I'll just read like a couple more verses. It says, he who smote the people in wrath, this is what you quoted earlier, said, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. See, when Esau have you in captivity, you don't show no mercy. You don't show, it's a continual stroke, meaning it's non-stop.
Yeah, non-stop.
You know? Esau don't care if your boss don't care if you sick or your child is sick with 100. I don't care if you got a 200-degree fever. I'm being, sarcastic right there. But your boss don't give a shit. He wants you to come in.
Cool. You know what I was thinking about earlier, man?
What's that?
Now my fucking son having my debit card, and one of my subscription things got shut off because the number changed.
Okay.
So I was thinking, this man is such a devil, right? You could have whatever, let's say your phone bill, cable bill, you could pay that shit for 10 years straight, right? On time. Alright? The 1 month some shit happens or whatever, you lose your job and you miss that payment, they shut your shit off, boom. Like you could have been a loyal motherfucker for again in the Kingdom of Heaven. It's not gonna be no excuses for him. We gonna fuck him up. There's gonna be nothing you can say or do. It's just you motherfuckers you can't breathe unless you have Jake in oppression or come up with some new way to oppress Jake even more and more and more.
Well, scriptures say they don't sleep unless they thinking of some new way.
That's what they dream about.
Yep. So it says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hinder it. Right, because you rule. That's why these other nations hate you, man. Hate the so-called. These other nations, they hate the so-called white man. They do business with him and stuff like that because he's in the power seat. He's in the power seat, but they really hate him, man. He's despised.
Yeah, the Great Sea.
Yeah, the Great Sea.
Good.
So when it's your time to be persecuted, nobody gonna hinder. Nobody gonna be like, yo, don't do that to Esau. Don't do it. It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, and that's the time we're waiting for when Esau's taken out of the way. That's because he's the problem. He's the cancer. He's the cancer of the whole earth. What the thing with cancer, once you cut the cancerous cells out, then the body can heal.
Okay.
So Esau's that cancer that gotta be cut out.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna read this because we touched a little bit on this earlier, and I'm gonna read it now. Then
Okay.
So this is Isaiah 60:10, right? Now it says, "And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls." Now this is going fast forward into the Kingdom of Heaven. Now the sons of the strangers are what? Strangers are anybody that's not an Israelite. So that means Esau number one, and then the other nations. Okay. So it says the sons of strangers shall build up their walls. In other words, Esau and these other nations, they're gonna be building up the Kingdom of Heaven for us. Okay, they're gonna build everything from the ground up. They're gonna source the materials. There's gonna be wood,
Stones.
precious stones. Okay, and every brother's gonna have their own way they want their crib set up. Right? Your crib ain't gonna be set up like mine,
Right.
or the Apostle Rakaz's crib.
Right.
You know, we already have a corner. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. So, what's that? I need a job. He's gonna be building up, maybe Elder Abad's wall. All right, maybe Trump.
Yeah, Trump.
Apostle Rakaz's wall.
Yeah,
All right, the Rothschild, you probably, the head Rothschild be building up the Howard Shai's kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, so they all gonna be in slavery, and we're not gonna make him the Rothschild, whatever age he's at now, ready to croak. He's gonna be working at that age. We don't let him get young again. We're gonna keep on that age. His bones hurting and shit.
Yeah.
Your bones hurting and shit, hammering shit.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It says, and the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hey,
so they're kings now, right? The Rothschilds, talking about the Illuminati, the international bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all these, the Vanderbilts, all these top families that they never had to work a day in their life, man. They have generational wealth that's been passed down since for hundreds of years, man, for hundreds of years. All right?
Yeah.
They're going to have to work. They're going to go from riches to rags. Trading places like the movie with Eddie Murphy. Which Aaron Russo was behind that movie, Aaron Russo was friends with Nick Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Nick Rockefeller told him,
Because they know the prophecies. They know what's gonna go down. They trying to fight it, but they know what's gonna go down. They make movies, Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, Planet of the Apes, especially the newer, especially the older ones first, but even the newer ones too.
Mm-hmm. And they know they're the devil. They call themselves a beast man in their own movie.
Yeah. Yep.
So they know.
And they showed America. They showed the Statue of Liberty in the sand, so they know. They're showing you they know America's gonna be destroyed.
Yeah. So it says, Slack verse 10, Isaiah 16:10. It says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee. Okay? Because in their minds, they think because they're so big and bad that they took us down, but it was the Most High. All right? It says, for in my wrath I smote thee. The Most High talking.
That's why we went through slavery, captivity,
But in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Going to what? Was it Isaiah 14:1? Oh, yeah, choose it?
Yeah, Isaiah. Well, I would think Isaiah.
Oh, you're right.
40:1, right?
No, it's not 40.
I was thinking.
Yeah. But it says, I will have
14.
14,
that was
right?
good too, yeah.
Yeah. I'll yet choose Israel.
Yeah.
Right? It says, therefore, it says, and their king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I have smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Verse 11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, 24/7.
Except for the Sabbath.
Except for the Sabbath. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. So that means more slaves. The force of the Gentiles are the freaking the riches. Because they're gonna have.
In the Red Bible, I got my Red Bible somewhere. But when you look up the scripture and you look in the precept, for forces it says riches or riches.
The riches, yeah. Because just like in the beginning, the Most High divided the earth. He divided the nations their own piece of land. He gave us the best, of course. And they're gonna have their own lands also that they're gonna be responsible for. Yep, they're gonna be paying tribute. And they're gonna be following Most High's laws in their lands. All right. So it says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually; they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring to thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. So that means that they don't pay their taxes, their tribute. They get punished.
Yeah.
Okay? If they don't follow the Most High's, the laws, the Sabbath and all that, they're gonna get punished.
You gotta do something on payments now.
Yep.
If they try to.
You gotta pay taxes, you gotta pay rent, you gotta pay bills.
Subject to
Even in
payment.
that, man, we're gonna be more righteous. You know?
No, totally right.
Yeah, we're gonna be righteous. So they're gonna be a lot happier in our kingdom.
Yeah, because we're not gonna have to eat pork, we're not gonna be,
No drones,
GMO
no
food.
vaccines,
none
no,
of that exists.
yeah,
Right.
no retarded children and all that shit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, we're not gonna smite them like we read it here in Isaiah.
Yeah.
He who smote the nations with a continuous
It was a continual struggle.
Esau doing that in wickedness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're gonna be totally righteous.
Yeah, we're gonna be totally righteous.
The only, I mean, if they keep the laws, you know,
Which they're gonna
be
go off.
straight.
They
Yeah,
are
they are
gonna
gonna go off. But
Yeah, but that's why it's set up that way. So we gotta have
yeah,
fun.
we gotta have fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna need to enforce the Most High's law. We are judges.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They're gonna go up, and then spiritual demon Satan, he gonna have to work on them.
yeah, yeah.
You know, he got a job to do too.
Yeah.
Curse is gonna go on them.
That's why the scripture in Revelations 18 says double on them, double according to thy works. Because that payback has to be fulfilled. So the Lord is just, man.
Balance.
That's right.
Yahweh Shai is just in all things.
Con.
You know?
Con. It says, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So there's gonna be a lot of, there's gonna be death
There's
too.
gonna be examples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
examples.
That's right.
Yep. So verse 13 it says, the glory of the fir tree,
Yep.
the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my sanctuary.
Yep.
Okay? And I'll make the place of my feet glorious. Which the
Yeah.
feet, Most High feet, is talking about the earth,
Mhm.
but mainly his place is what? Is Jerusalem,
Is the land of
the
Israel.
land of Israel.
Mhm.
You know, so the land of Israel is gonna be decked out. But the whole earth, we're gonna be ruling the whole earth, the whole
Yeah.
even the animals too, gotta remember them. They're gonna be
Yeah.
living, they're gonna be happy and plentiful and nice
yeah.
and strong and healthy.
It could be new animals.
Yeah, new animals.
It's gonna be new planets. Don't forget that too.
Yeah,
you know,
new
we gotta
planets.
live on there's other worlds, planets that's already reserved for us, already
the
prepared.
galaxies. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's right.
you know, with a new planets and new galaxies,
That's right.
it could be new foods, new trees,
That's right.
new animals.
Man,
I
it's
mean,
not,
it's just, you can't even.
Spiritual power, man.
bro, the,
Sky's the limit.
Like here, it's
There
just
is
like
no
the base.
limit.
This is like the
Yeah,
basic.
yeah, yeah.
It's like like when you get a car, you get the base car. That's Earth.
oh, the base model.
Yeah, the base model is
Yeah.
like Earth.
This
Like,
king, yeah.
like if you say Yahweh Shai said, I go to prepare a place for you, you know?
Really, it's a fucking hoop
So,
team.
yeah, so, but imagine the other places that's already,
Yeah, most like
it gotta be
way
better, it gotta be better than
Way
here.
fucking better. Hell yeah.
You know, it got leather seats,
Oh,
it
yeah.
got, you know, heated mirrors, it got,
More than we can imagine, because we don't need a new body suit.
and all the bells and whistles, how they say.
Yeah,
That's
all the
right.
bells and whistles. Yeah, more than we can fucking imagine, man.
That's right.
Space,
Exactly.
next space age
That's
type
right,
shit,
man.
you know?
And this is all we got to do. There has to be a light at the end of the tunnel,
It has to
man.
be, yeah, it has to be,
You know what I mean?
yes.
And the Spirit of the Lord give us
The
one.
Most High exists. He exists.
That's right.
Because, he exists.
I am.
Yeah, so if he exists, then that means it's going to happen, because he's a just power,
Mhm.
you know? Yeah, because, yeah. So it says,
14.
verse 14, yep, it says, the sons also of them that afflicted thee, all right, from our Esau number one, and also these other nations, the kings of these other nations, the princes, what's his name in England? That faggot,
Prince Harry.
Prince Harry, whatever the fuck his name is, Harry.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, he's gonna be bowing down and all that.
Yeah.
It says, the sons of also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending
Their children.
unto
The,
thee.
the
No, and
fucking
it, like,
fake
the
royalty,
fake
the
Yeah,
fake
fake royalty.
royalty prince faggot
that new demon.
are gonna be bowed.
Yep.
Okay, walking around here in this society,
Yeah.
talking about they the royal family.
That's all
Faggot,
right, man.
Prince Philip.
We don't, man, you gotta
What is it, Prince? He never even.
our children as fucking footstools, have them kneel down like this and rest their fucking feet up,
Mhm.
sip their lemonade and shit.
Mhm.
We don't be doing that, you know?
Even worse.
Yeah, worse. You know? It says, The sons also of them that afflict thee shall come bending unto thee, and all that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
They're gonna get low, man.
Yeah, you're gonna get low. And they shall call thee the holy city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, all right, so that no man went through thee. Well, that's true. No other, they don't fuck with us. And they tell their daughters not to fuck with Jake, you know, because it says, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations.
Eternal excellence.
Eternal excellence.
Forever and ever.
Yep. I'm gonna read down a little bit more. It says, "Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles." I mean, we're gonna get all your riches. All right, just like they suck the fucking milk out of our the places that we dwell.
Yeah.
You know, Puerto Rico, the Puerto Riches,
Yep.
Haiti.
Spoiled us and
Yep.
drained us like a vampire. They drained us.
Yeah, they got them
Dry, yeah.
oil drills and shit. Oil drills, constantly pumping oil
Yep.
out of the land, and your miners over there. Well, you hire our own people. You force them into slavery to go mine shit. You know, just like you did the conquistadors did.
Yep.
You know. So it says, "Thou shalt suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shall suck the breast of the mighty one of Jacob," because our Lord is mighty. That's why he's known as the Most High.
The Most High. Yeah.
The highest.
The highest. You can't get no
Can't get no higher title than that. The Most High.
highest. Yep.
For brass, I will bring gold. So just the way brass is plentiful,
Plentiful now. Yeah.
gold,
That's
gold.
how. Yeah. That's how gold is gonna be
That's how gold is.
in our kingdom.
In our king. And for iron, I will bring silver. Excuse me. And for wood, brass. And for stones, iron.
Yeah.
I will also make thy officers peace and thy exactors righteousness. You know, so every Israelite is gonna be 100. Is gonna be righteous.
Totally.
It's gonna be 100, like Jay likes to say, 100.
Yep.
And we all gonna keep it 100 with each other.
Yep.
Verse 18. That's how we know that the so-called Jews is not the real Jews over there in Israel. Verse 18 says, "Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise."
Right. Yeah. Nobody's gonna peep against us in our kingdom, man.
God.
And like how you said, you know, that's how you know them gutter rats is not the real biblical Israelites. Because you got bombings over there, you know, you got attacks over there in that land right now.
Good.
Because the real people are not there.
They're not over there, you know. Like think about it. Same thing when Sumerians was up in there.
Yeah, Samaria.
The Most High is kicking their ass too. Sending lions.
Sending lions. Yeah.
Yeah. So now the Most High got the wars going on over there because the real people ain't over there.
Right there.
And they not following the laws of the Most High either.
The so-called Palestinians, they not the real people neither. You know.
God. Yeah. It says, the sun shall be no more. The sun shall be no more. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy power, thy glory. In other words, in a nutshell,
Yeah. It's
um,
like we're not gonna have to teach each other
other,
the
yeah.
truth no more.
we're all gonna.
We're all gonna just it's gonna be in us.
It's gonna be we're gonna
It's
be
gonna
born
be
with
in
the
us.
truth.
It's gonna be in us.
Yeah,
Like Superman.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
that's right.
We're just gonna naturally.
His neighbor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just gonna naturally know
Exactly.
the truth.
Yeah.
It's gonna and we're gonna live it naturally, like instinctively.
And
I guess that's the best way I could say it. Instinctively.
we what you call it? Yeah. We're all gonna have that connection with the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know right now you gotta teach Jay, gotta learn the Most High for that connection.
Yeah.
We all gonna have it. The Lord said we'll be born with all shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give thy light unto thee, but the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy Lord and thy power, thy glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall the moon withdraw itself. So again, we kind of reiterating the same thing. Just like here, Jake lost their nationality, they lost the name of the Most High and all that. We gonna maintain all that. Never again will we lose it.
Forever.
forever. Yep. Shall be ended. Right? No more loss of children. No more other nations coming in and taking our land and all that.
No more being subject to payments, working on jobs.
Yep. No more oppression.
Yeah. Yep.
No more oppression. Verse 1, that people also shall be all righteous. So there will be no more 2/3. Okay? We're all going to be 100.
Yep.
That people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. Piece of land. We got a land of Israel, but any piece of land we want is going to be ours forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. You know, the earth, the other planets, the whole galaxy is a work of the Most High's hands. There's some crazy shit going on. Verse 22.
Okay, my brother. That's elder enough, I think.
Okay. It says, a little one shall become 1,000, and small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it.
That's right.
It's time.
It's time.
So, yeah,
It's time. That's what we've been talking about, man.
come.
It's time. That's why all these things are happening, the racial tensions and the wars and the rumors of wars.
That's what the Lord meant
Yeah,
when he said he's going to cut the time short.
people are tripping and flipping out over Trump. You peons, man, I was in the gym, you got this Jake in there. Trump, that motherfucker, every time you see him, he's ranting on Trump. He's ranting about shit that this guy Trump is doing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
He's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Slim.
You know what I'm saying? You worry about it. That's the Lord mustering the host of the battle.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lord said he's going to hasten the time.
Yeah.
He's going to speed things up, make these prophecies come quick. That's why these days there's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer's going to be gone by the time you know it, man.
Yo, it's already.
It's summer. We're approaching, well, we're in the spring
It's
already.
about to be
It's
June.
almost, it's almost halfway through the year. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, the weather's warming up. And I'll say this, man. I was telling my woman, you notice, right, that the last year we didn't have no spring. It was like
Not really. It's
the
good.
earth was so jacked up and fucked up. It was like it was
From
cold.
winter to
It
summer.
was a hot
I
one.
feel like we didn't have no fucking winter, really. It was a,
No, this
Nah,
is mild.
really.
This is mild.
Yeah, a few
It was a
cold
mild
days. It
winter,
was
yeah.
a mild.
yeah, it was like,
It was a
We're
mild
gonna
winter.
get no
Except for
blizzards.
the end there was a few storms. Little storms.
yeah.
Yeah, because it snowed, but then but Esau's fucking the planet up. We know that already.
The Most High has to do something.
And then the planet is off balance too, so But this year we did get a spring.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, like the leaves. It was a throwback
Good.
because it's slowly. Like even now, the weather's still climbing.
I heard birds singing and shit. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
tripping.
Hey, bro, when we grew up, man, back in the 70s, when I was growing up, the earth was totally different, man.
Oh, hell yeah, everything, man.
It was totally different.
It's
I
the
was-
late
Actually, it was
70s,
beautiful.
80s,
It's beautiful. Like you think back to your childhood, you think about the summers and stuff.
Yeah, playing outside.
What about
You
everything,
see,
man?
see butterflies. You don't even hardly see butterflies.
No, a butterfly.
Yeah,
What's that? Cause every time I seen a butterfly,
Yeah,
but this devil, he
You know,
destroyed
or
everything.
lightning bugs.
Yeah,
no more. Like the crickets,
Yeah, hardly. Yeah.
in the city.
yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't hear that shit where I'm at.
You would hear crickets in the city.
I know y'all remember this too. Like, back,
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
y'all remember.
earthworms.
Lately, those are
Yeah,
making
oh, yeah,
comebacks.
the earthworms.
Yeah.
Lately, those are making little comebacks. You seeing rainbows and stuff
Yeah, but
Depending
you used to
on
see
you are.
every time though. Like every
Yeah.
time after it rained.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, earthworms, but Esau, man, he's the defile the earth.
Yep.
He's the destroyer, man.
I got the scripture that's quoted. In Psalms 82:5, it says, "They know not, neither will." What's that?
I was just, yeah, go ahead.
It said, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness." You know. It says, "All the foundations of the earth are out of course."
There you go.
So
All the
every-
foundation.
all the
There
foundations
you
of the earth.
go.
Like basically, it's the opposite of how it was when the Lord in the book of Genesis created everything.
The foundations, meaning
That's
the,
how
like the foundations, like the what do you call it?
the base.
Yeah, the base thing makes shit work. You know, to make the thing work properly.
Mm-hmm.
So the foundation of Earth, the weather, the seasons are all out of. When the seasons are off, that fucks everything. Fucks up the crops. Fucks up the animals. They're all fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, that's
Animals
why.
don't even fly down south no more.
Yeah, the birds don't even
They
like
fly.
it. No
Yeah,
more.
it's a
they
fly.
Stay,
Yeah.
they stay up now.
Yeah. That's why, like you
Most
said,
of-
when
most
you
of-
went to the earth and the ecosystem and the atmosphere, you know?
And then animals have natural habitats which they're losing, so now they gotta fight over like pieces of land.
Yeah, that's why you got animals
Yeah.
attacking people.
Yeah. You know, they're building developments all in the woods. You got bears coming out. You got deers. You know,
Mountain lions.
mountain lions.
Yeah,
coyotes. You got
Yeah.
wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why, man.
This devil wants to make everything into his metropolis, man. Like you said, this one,
Yeah.
you gotta leave some wilderness.
Yeah.
There gotta be a balance.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it, because it's all about
Yeah.
land development. That's Esau. No, we want it
No,
all.
Well,
no,
well,
it's
think
different.
about it. That's why, yeah, in the root of air.
Oh,
Remember when
Yeah.
it was that movie, Total Recall?
So the Rico,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they were selling air.
Yeah.
You got to pay for parking spots. You go to the fucking supermarket.
Yeah.
You got to pay to take a shit. Every time you flush the toilet, you got to put $1 in.
Yeah.
Put the credit card and put $1
That's what
in.
you call
And of course,
capitalism.
Everything.
Where they
If
made
you
it.
shit in the piss in the woods, well, that's already, well, no, we already there with that.
Yeah,
Because go outside, so I have to take a shit or a piss. You gonna, the cops gonna get the rest of it.
Yeah, they're gonna, and then they try you as a pedophile. They're gonna say it needs to expose
Exactly.
kids to see you.
Yep. I don't know if y'all remember that movie. This dude Justin Timberlake was in it, where basically they was charging people for
For life.
Time.
for time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that movie.
It was a pretty
I
good
saw that
movie
movie.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now if Esau could do that eventually, he would do that. You know, he'd charge you.
You will do it,
He
man.
would charge you for
everything. Yeah.
breath, breathing air.
Anybody. Now you go to grocery stores and sit down. They want to start charging for grocery bags.
Yeah.
They already started charging for bags.
I take.
Yeah.
I take.
Aldi. Let's not talking about it. Yeah, it's cool. You get deals. It's cheap. You know, I go to the one up there where I live, but they charge you for the shopping cart,
Mm-hmm.
charge you for the bag. I mean, yeah, the prices be cheap, and then you get shit that might be it's more expensive in another place, but then they charge it. And then I said, hey, I told my realtor, I said, they're gonna charge you for parking.
Mm.
You go food shopping, you go into you go into Walmart, like however it's like a parking garage.
Yeah, they charging for everything.
Everything.
I remember
Everything.
the bank I go to, man. One day I went to get a money order. They wanted to charge me $5. Yeah.
That's crazy. Money was 75 cents $1 at the
It
most.
was that.
Yeah.
I said, but I'm a member of the bank.
The crazy shit is you gotta pay to pay your bill. They call that shit a convenience fee.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go, you wanna send something,
Everything.
you know, they got the money brand, Walmart to Walmart. It's a fee,
Yeah.
like a toll, but that's the devil.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
feudalist system.
I'm glad you said tolls, because they talking about bringing the tolls back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, they-
Or more tolls. Oh, down in New York City, they got the congestion pricing, which is tolls. You know,
That shit price.
like if you go down, I think it was below, was it 170th Street or something like that. They want to put basically they want to put tolls.
They gonna do
for
that.
you to go into.
And I was in the city today, and it's so funny you say that,
Yeah.
because I didn't go that one, but you gotta pay a toll, man, just to get into the city.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like, you boys got some more scriptures? Or
You were reading
that
something
was,
like
that was the point on that. Yeah.
Okay, there was something there to point.
nah, I had some. I was done what I had. I don't think it was.
We hit the point already on that?
Yeah. We was reading Isaiah 6. We hit the main points.
Okay.
I don't know if you brothers want to bring
Nah,
anything else up.
No, I mean,
That's it, man. Yeah, y'all hit it. This devil got to go, but everybody gonna.
Yeah.
Well, I just walked in.
Yeah.
And that was the thing.
That was the
Yeah.
spirit.
I was tired. I'll say it, I'm not
Well, we all beat the
I'm
fuck
tired.
out of
I'm beat up. It's been a long day.
They shall wear out the saints of the
Right.
most.
Prophecy, yeah. And we ain't
So I think you brothers out there in video land, you know, I had to close my eyes.
No, yeah, the scripture say they shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Yeah.
And when you're in this truth, you age differently. Like Yahweh Shai was 33 with
Yeah.
heads full of gray.
Yeah.
Cause was it
Oh, the stress.
Yeah,
what was
man.
it Ecclesiastes? He said he that increases in wisdom and knowledge, increases in grief.
Yep. And then in the Apocrypha, it says unspotted life is old age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
man.
yeah.
We beat down, man.
You got, yeah, man.
Well, the brother who quoted the scripture just now shall wear out the sins of the Most High.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This kingdom wear you out, man.
Yeah, because when you look up oppression, it means the weight heavily on the mind, not just on the body, but even on the mind. When you can't you barely making
Inflation, or the good old inflation.
hyperinflation with.
Yeah.
That's a means of control too. You know, it keeps people stressed out. They're not gonna fight back. They're too worried about making ends meet and all that shit. Yeah.
Then you have a heart attack and drop dead.
Yep.
You know, because stress.
Because of stress. That's another reason why the kids be all fucked up too, because you know there's the mothers are stressful and violence. You know what I'm saying? Everything around is stressful. So when even in the womb, stress produces it goes to the child. You know, stress it puts cortisol in your bloodstream, which cortisol breaks down your tissues, it breaks your body down.
Yeah.
That's why people that are stressed out, a lot of them they'll get diseases or they'll just bug out because that cortisol that's constantly flowing through it breaks your body down.
Exactly.
Oh no, they come out preemies.
Yeah, they come out. Yeah, they're all fucked up. I know all this shit, man. I learned this shit from Esau. From
Yeah,
the
this is the
internet.
devil.
So
That's what you learn that.
from the internet. So
This
Esau
devil,
knows all this shit.
he's capitalizing on all that. And then he says, oh yeah, HDAD, we got, and Esau's, if you don't believe Job 9:24, man.
Yeah.
The Apostle Paul I said, yeah, we got this, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. Yo, the devil is, that's still want to try to say, well, you guys know, you can't say the white man's the devil, and not all so-called white people are bad, and you can't just put that label out on his own. The devil is doing.
He's showing the tip of it. Wait. He gonna show. He really gonna show you.
Like Hellboy, remember? He filed his
Horns,
horns down
Yeah.
to look normal, but then when that demon got on, grew out.
Oh, real extra long hair. Yep.
So, let's see, I got sons.
No, that's it.
All right, so brothers, you know, we don't say shalom.
Shalom,
Shalom, brother.
Shalom, praise to the Most High.
Yeah. Pray to the Lord, man, keep your faith,
Yep.
and let's just keep doing what we gotta do.
Yep, and ask the Most High to just come quick, you know. Come. Yep. So with that, shalom, my brother.
Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, brothers, 12 la la.
Shalom.
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 Shalom. Yeah, I knew you were about to.
Rap.
Yeah, wrap it up.